Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us here today for the July webinar. My name is Christina. I am Project Assistant here at Inside Out Network. My job usually entails contacting returning citizens on day of release, as well as contacting prospective service providers in hopes of getting them to sign up. Today, though, I will be leading the webinar on messaging returning citizens. We're going to be going over both individual and group messaging. This feature is a pretty big feature for service providers. Those of you who are pretty active, you'll probably just see this more as a refresher. For those of you just getting started, hopefully this will cover everything that you need to know. So I'm just going to start sharing my screen real quick. You'll just give me 1 second. All right, can everybody see this? Perfect. Okay, so this is your dashboard. This is where you're going to start off when you first sign in. Now, if you have never messaged anybody yet, this section off to the right is going to be blank. So in order to send a message for the first time, you're going to need to come down here to the new and upcoming releases. Now, you can do this in the My Returning Citizen Profiles list as well. However, that one takes way longer to load up, and the new and upcoming releases are going to be the tab that you're going to use more often anyways. So we're going to go ahead and open that up. It's going to take just a little bit to load. Once we get in there, you're going to want to find the person that you want to message. We are going to find a fake returning citizen profile that we created specifically for demonstrations like this. So I'm just going to search for him. For those of you who are not familiar with it, a good process or an easy way to find somebody you're looking for on the page here is if you hit Control F on your keyboard, brings this little search bar up here. So Tommy Martin here is our returning citizen that we're going to be looking at. I'm just going to click on him to open up his profile. And you can see all that good little information there that we went over in our May webinar for those of you who attended. Now for your message, you're just going to come down here to the bottom of his profile and click this right here, send Tommy Martin a message. So I'm going to click on this. Now, if I'd never sent him a message before, this would actually be blank and we'd only have our little text box here. However, for the demonstration, I actually messaged him earlier and we had one of our program managers respond back so that you can kind of see what the message thread would look like. So you can see here up here, I wrote out a message to Tommy and he responded. So I would just put my message here to send off to him. Now, so now that's for individual messaging when you're first getting started. You can also do group messaging from here. If you see off to the side here, we've got these little word bubbles next to each returning citizen's name. Now, most of them you can see here are empty. Some of them are filled in. So if you want to group message anybody, you're just going to click on that little word bubble and that fills it in. And if you don't want to message a particular person, you can unclick it to unfill it. And once you've filled in all the word bubbles for the returning citizens that you want to contact in a group message, you can select up to 20 returning citizens. Once you've done that, you're going to come back up to the top here and select group message. Now you'll even see when you hover over the button here, it says what I just explained, that up to 20 people in one go. This will be really nice for some of you who maybe are having some sort of event that you want to be able to get out to the returning citizens that you're in contact with or want to get in contact with without having to send every single one an individual message. So once you click on the button here, a text box is going to pop up and you can type in whatever message you want. Then you would just hit send, and that would send out the same message to all of the returning citizens you selected. So there's not much personalization in that, but again, if you're having some sort of event, it makes it way easier to send people one big message rather than having to individually go in and send them. Now, once you've messaged some people, whether it's in a group message or individually, if you go back to your dashboard here, or if you select this button up here, the messages, that's going to take you to the message center. But if you go back here to the dashboard, you can see it off to the right here. Here are all the different conversations that we've had. Obviously, this isn't all of them. So if I were to click this, there would be more under there. Now, whenever you get a message from a returning citizen, you will receive an email first letting you know, hey, you got a new message in your inbox. And then when you come to the dashboard, you'll see on the person's name a little number. So if we'd received a message from Tommy Martin, I'd have a little 1. Or if you'd sent more than one, it'd be a different number. So you can just select whichever person you want to speak with. So we'll go ahead and pull up Tommy Martin again. And then once again, you can type whatever message you need. So that's pretty much it for messaging. It's pretty straightforward. We like to try and make it as easy as possible for everybody. But hopefully for those of you who are new to this, maybe you learned something that will help you out. Are there any questions from anybody? Yeah, so Maddie just reminded me of a good thing to know. New and upcoming releases, when you're looking at the list of names here, you can organize the names based off of their ID, based off of their name, as well as their register date or their release date. So at the moment, it is sorted by release date. So if I were to select register date, it'll take a second, but it will sort out all of the names based on when they registered rather than when they were released. Or you can select by name, because oftentimes maybe that's how you're going to remember who you need to message is, again, I need to find Tommy Martin. So maybe that's how I want to find him. But yeah, otherwise that's it. Are there any other questions? Okay, so that seems to be it today. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope that you all learned everything that you needed to know about messaging. If you have any further questions or anything else, whether it regards this particular webinar or anything in general about Inside Out Network, you can feel free to contact us by either sending us an email at support@insideoutnetwork.net, or on the dashboard, if you come up to more and select contact us, it'll bring you to here and you can send a message to us that way as well. So thank you so much again for joining us. Have a good rest of your day. Bye.